This has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, this is a real test this season for Ole Miss head coach Pete Golding. As you know, a very dramatic and emotional breakup with Lane Kiffin last year, but the players rallied around Coach Golding to make a run in the college football playoff. Now, can he sustain that? Can the players sustain that? And can he build a quality program and keep Ole Miss in that playoff picture? Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. They'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Rebels offense will have the football first. Hotty-toddy ringing throughout the night the last time these two got together, and Ole Miss won a tight one.
And there was celebrations long after that game at the library, city grocery, big bad breakfast, fans partying well into the night, all off season. And now that they get a chance to get back on and meet up again with LSU in this one, you know they're going to be fired up, ready to go.
And that wasn't lost on LSU. Like, they understand. They saw the Grove was flooded. They saw fans taunting LSU fans ad nauseum. They want some payback. They're coming back to get their flower.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Running inside. It's Lacey. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. This time he wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Alexander.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weiss? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball, though. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, this offense, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Chambliss?
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Could be an alley. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Going to the run, it's Lacey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Rebels. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Tigers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And this guy is a big, and I mean big, target. Trey-Nez Green. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. When you've got quarterback play and you've got weapons catching the ball like these offenses have, boy, oh boy, you know it's just going to be exciting.
Back to pass, it's Levin. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd downs. Their first opportunity, that one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Lacey. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The run inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Looking for more room. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Takes the handoff. It's Berry. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, the TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Berry. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down. Running inside. It's Lacey. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Rides to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire 1st half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Snagged out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Got his man down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Working that left side now. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Green. Turning it on. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They go to the counter. There's some room. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Tigers! That one will give them the lead.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Rebels offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go right back to the run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Dropping back, it's Levin. On target. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Berry.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Number 8, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Running inside, it's Lacey. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. The option, the keeper. Here's a little room there. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th.
LSU 28, Ole Miss 7. Number 8 set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Alexander. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. That's reeled in. It's Gill. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his...
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it along the sideline. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wants to throw it. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And
now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Rushes on him. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. tight end now in motion. Oh, better look out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.